6:50, time for the morning sprint.
It's a messy start to the day with several inches of snow falling overnight and freezing drizzle still possible. Hattie starts off our team coverage. Hey, Hattie.
Good morning, Lee and Chris. Yeah, it's going to take you a lot of extra time to get to your destination this morning. And alert day is still in effect. Even though the accumulating snow has come to an end, the snow will impact your drive this morning. Take a look at the radar map early today, and you'll see that the snow really moving out of even southeastern Wisconsin at this hour. Just a few flurries or a little patchy freezing drizzle lingering for southern Wisconsin. Temperatures are generally at or slightly below the freezing point, but not terribly cold this morning. Our forecast as you head out the door says plan some extra time, though. It is going to be getting colder as we head towards the afternoon, with temperatures dropping back into the middle 20s.
Hattie, thank you. The latest from the First Warn Traffic Center right now on those winter road conditions, showing snow-covered roads all across southern Wisconsin in the blue and slippery conditions just to the north and east of Madison. So do take it slow out there. The conditions are not great at all. We're keeping our eye on our first crash of the morning. This is in Rock County on the interstate, I-39 southbound, the entry ramp from County Road S. Not seeing any significant delays there, but we are seeing a lot of slowdowns on Highway 51 so far this morning. Back in Madison, we're moving along just under those posted speed limits, a few brake lights in and around the downtown area, but your drive times looking okay for this time in the morning, but we are moving well below that speed limit. That's your First Warn traffic. Now Taylor has a live look at the roads. Good morning, Taylor.
Hey Josh, good morning. We're on Sherman Road right now, and just as you said, the roads are still kind of slippery and then they are wet. So right now our road is plowed, but of course it's still snow covered. And again, make sure that you take that extra time out when you are shoveling snow off of your car or your driveway this morning to make a safe commute to your destination. City of Madison will start putting out those snow plows in just a couple minutes at 7 a.m. and then that work will take several hours. So make sure you give them time and pull over to the side of the roads if necessary.
Thanks, Taylor. While crews have been trying to plow the main roads overnight, there is a chance that you could be snowed into your neighborhood this morning. A couple of News 3 Now this morning staffers got stuck this morning. Madison Streets Division says they're going to start plowing again, like Taylor said, the neighborhoods at about 7 o'clock this morning. And it's going to take them pretty much all day to clear the city. As of now, Madison has not declared a snow emergency, but if you're parked on the street, they still want you to move your car and your garbage cans to make it easier for those plows to get through. Once the snow stops, you have until noon tomorrow to get your sidewalk shoveled. If you don't, the City of Madison could hit you with a $124 ticket. The city says they gave out about 650 of those tickets for not shoveling last year. You'll also be billed on your property taxes after the city clears the sidewalk itself.
We're following breaking news this morning in Madison as first responders are evacuating a shelter for people experiencing homelessness because of a gas leak. That leak was detected around 4 o'clock this morning at North First Street and East Johnson. That building, a city garage, it's being temporarily used as a shelter. At least 60 people are being evacuated and are being held in Metro buses to keep them warm.
President Trump is trying to take his efforts to throw out Wisconsin's election results to the U.S. Supreme Court. The president's campaign asked the court to take the case after the Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled against him. Trump wants to see more than 221,000 ballots in Dane and Milwaukee counties thrown out. He lost Wisconsin to Joe Biden by about 21,000 votes. Wisconsin already cast its Electoral College votes for Biden. The Electoral College will meet again next week to finalize the count.
You want to check your bank account? The next round of stimulus checks are going out. They'll be for $600 for anyone making less than $75,000 a year. Families, you'll also get an additional $600 per child. Democratic leaders have called this round of checks a down payment while they promise more aid during the Biden administration.
A Republican congressman-elect from Louisiana will not be taking his seat after dying from COVID-19. Luke Letlow passed away last night. He announced he'd tested positive just 10 days ago and was transferred to intensive care last week. He was supposed to be sworn in on Sunday. Letlow is the first member or member-elect of Congress to die from COVID-19. He was just 41 years old.
Breaking overnight, the UK is the first country in the world to approve the COVID vaccine made by Oxford University and AstraZeneca. Developers say the vaccine is easier to store than the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines, meaning it could be easier to distribute across the world. UW Health was part of the medical trials for the AstraZeneca vaccine. It still has not been approved for use here in the U.S.
The Milwaukee Bucks broke an NBA record last night. They hit 29 three-pointers in a 47-point win over the Miami Heat. The only Buck not to make a three during the game was Giannis. He was held to just 9 points, but his teammates took care of everything else. New acquisition Drew Holiday led the way with 6 threes. Final score, Bucks 144, Heat 97. The Badgers football team has an early wake-up call today in Charlotte. They face off against Wake Forest in the Duke's Mayo Bowl this morning. The Badgers are trying to avoid their first losing season since 2001. Kickoff is set for 11 o'clock. We'll have highlights later today on News 3 Now. Now, let's get one more check on the forecast with Hattie McLean. Hey, Hattie.
And as you head out the door this morning, the accumulating snow has come to an end for southern Wisconsin. Still dealing with a winter weather advisory in effect for the southeastern corner of the state, though. Keep that in mind. Roads are snow-covered and slippery across the entire area. Wind chills will be dropping into the teens later on this afternoon. Coming up tomorrow, here's that New Year's Eve forecast. A quiet day with temperatures topping in the 20s.
Keep an eye on those road conditions, folks, over on our First Warn Weather app. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.